It's the 2023 F1 Fan Awards, and here's your hosts, Dawson Estes and Nick Golden.
Thank you. Welcome to the 2023 Formula One Fan Awards. I'm your host, Nick Golden, with my co-host, Dawson Estes.
What's up? What a great crowd we have here today.
Yes, we really do. We have a fantastic crowd here. So we've poured over hours of footage, and we're here to give the best awards to the inanimate objects, drivers, just whatever we think, to all the things Formula One from this year. But first thing we need to cover is, Dawson, what's our criteria for these awards?
Well, there's absolutely no criteria.
Perfect. Let's get started. All right, at this point, I want to point out that neither Dawson or I know each other's awards, so these are true, real reactions. We kept sequestered jury, whatever you want to call it. So here we go. My first award goes to something that gave us so much hope and ended up giving us basically nothing and really just broke my heart. So the 2023 Fake Mustache Award of the Year goes to the W14B, which made us all think maybe they were going to win, some race or something, but really just turned out to be slapping on a fake mustache on the side and winning less races than the W13. So congratulations.
I'm glad you are for the W14B.
Truly remarkable.
Next up, there is one thing that the Formula One community cannot go without. You see it all over these social media platforms. It's memes. And to commemorate those, we have a special driver who I think embodies Formula One meme in just one pose. Give it up for George Russell.
Yeah,
George Russell pose is meme of the year for Formula One. I believe we can all say that it has been a consistency throughout the entire year, and we can always look back at it and make fun of George.
Yes, we can. All right, my next award goes to McLaren because they have the Multiple Personality Disorder Award of the Year for having like 27 different liveries, something like that. So only you guys could pull this off. Congratulations.
Now, to commemorate someone very special to the grid, also new to the grid, we have our Rookie of the Year award. And you might be able to guess this one, but I'm going to go ahead and give it away to Oscar Piastri.
Hey, what do you have against him?
I mean, he doesn't have a seat anymore, so he's not really Rookie of the Year.
He's sitting in Harvard. Okay.
Oh, okay. You know what? Go back to our past, our sketch where he's in the back of a trunk, actually. So
let's raise it now.
Oscar Piastri.
Our next award goes to the Best Media Quote of the Year, chosen by me. The I'm just here so I don't get fined award goes to Lando Norris for saying Max ruins everything at Silverstone, not once, but twice. So congratulations, Lando.
And now to go back to my previous award, we have the Whose Seat Is It Anyway award, going to AlphaTauri this year for having 4 drivers and 2 seats.
There are some individuals that truly exemplify their country, and no one does that more than Logan Sargent. So the Screech Bald Eagle, What is a Kilometer, Murica Cheeseburger of the Year award goes to the man himself, Logan Sargent, who did pretty much nothing other than inherit a point, and that's what America's all about.
For my next award, we have Best Battle of the Season. Throughout the entire season, we had very great overtakes, challenges, battles throughout many of the drivers. But there are 2 that stood out to me. One being Fernando versus Checo for 3rd place in Brazil. Then we also have Fernando versus Hamilton in Bahrain. If you remember those, it is a great watch. One of the most entertaining times of the year for me. I'm going to give the award to Fernando versus Checo for 3rd place in Brazil.
Yeah. In Formula One, oftentimes people will just leave without any warning. So the I'm going out to get a carton of milk, I'll be back in 15 minutes award goes to Carlos Sainz's physio, who just transferred to Max Verstappen without any warning, and Lewis Hamilton's P3 trophy when it got abandoned and sent to a fan with no apparent reason, and we still don't really know how a fan ended up with the trophy, but they got it. So congratulations to you, Trophy. You deserve it. And you, Max's new physio / Carlos's old physio.
There is one person for each team who really embodies the spirit of a team in whole, and that's a team principal. It's one who's going to lead everybody onto the charge for the rest of the year. And so for the team principal award, we've got Otmar.
Oh, Otmar.
It's all his fault.
Yeah,
just kidding.
It is.
It's not Otmar. I'm actually giving it to Toto Wolff.
Really?
I think he deserves it this year. He's shown some big strides outside of, the I have it printed out.
He does. He always has it printed out.
So, Toto Wolff.
Most things in Formula One have one job, and only sometimes they fail at doing that one job. So the You Had One Job award goes to the Vegas manhole cover because it failed at the simplest task, which is just covering and not coming up and, costing $2 million of damage to Carlos Sainz's car. So truly remarkable.
If you've watched our podcast before, you've heard me say this multiple times, but there's one person who stands individually out to me every season. So I think they deserve the Old Reliable Award, Mr. Lando Norris.
Sometimes a driver will have such a big brain that it can't even be contained within a single race helmet, a car, or a single track. And this man exuded the biggest brain of the entire year. Congratulations, Carlos Sainz, for having the Big Brain of the Year award for winning Singapore by not driving fast. That was basically what all he decided to do, was not drive that fast and shove other people back so that way they couldn't overtake him. And thankfully, Red Bull didn't get a clean sweep because of that. You feel the same way, don't you?
I mean, no. From broken steering wheels to P2 and P3 podiums, we have the Most Improved award, McLaren. I think this is very deserved, as they obviously came from a John Deere tractor going down the Country Hill Road to an absolute unit. I think they deserve the best, Most Improved to McLaren.
We've now arrived at our three most prestigious awards, and our first one is Delusion Syndrome of the Year. Nominees are Haas for everything about them, Aston Martin for everything about them, but especially starting the season looking like they could win and then falling off the biggest clip I've ever seen. But our winner goes to Checo Perez for making us believe that we could have a competitive season when really he just qualified well a few times and it just turned out that he had no talent. It shouldn't be there anyway. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, congratulations to Checo, the second best driver on the grid, according to my mother.
Do we need to have a talk?
Yeah, probably.
F1 is taking big strides into international entertainment and coverage of a race, but I think they missed out on someone this year. Like a lot. Like we would watch it and be like, hey, where were they? So the Were They Even on the Grid This Year award goes to Alfa Romeo.
They're not actually.
I didn't see them like for half of the races this year.
And their new name is awful.
Yeah,
Let's just be honest.
So bye Alfa Romeo.
Bye, and welcome 12 other names in one name. Our second prestigious award, my personal favorite, Menace of the Year. There are constantly people that drive us crazy. Our three nominees are Carlos Sainz for weaving constantly, especially at the Italian Grand Prix this year. We have Lance Stroll for everything about him.
Ooh, that's an obvious one.
Yeah, that's an obvious one. And George Russell for being really annoying on radio sometime, thinking it's raining and it's not raining. He hit like a Red Bull at least 12 times. But our winner, hands down, landslide, Lance Stroll. And he really clinched it when he shoved his own teammate in the paddock. That just takes real talent and years of practice to have that little self-control. So let's go, Lance.
Let's go, Daddy's boy. And for my final award, there was one driver who stood out this year. Online activity, just making people happy in general. The People's Choice Award goes to Daniel Ricciardo. He's just happy. I mean, look at him. He's happy, I'm happy.
Red Bull Racing's next driver.
Exactly.
Yep. And finally, an actually legitimate award is our Performance of the Year. Our three nominees are Max Verstappen for utterly running away with the season, as much as it... Yeah. He didn't win. All right, Alex Albon for outperforming his car, especially outperforming his team.
True.
I mean,
for
he
sure.
ran away with it. And unbiased, Lewis Hamilton for challenging for P2, even though he was driving at times the fourth or fifth fastest car. Unbiased. Hey, okay. So anyway, congratulations to Alex Albon for winning Performance of the Year from the Pit Wall Podcast. Truly a remarkable season, and you raised Williams way up in the constructor standings, and now my host has decided to rejoin me and get over it.
Good job, Alex.
Before I give up my final award, just want to remind you, go subscribe, like, follow, all that good stuff at the Pit Wall Pod. And Dawson, I believe I owe you something. So Dawson completely demolished me in our draft this year. Next year we're doing it differently. We figured out a new way to score it. So stay tuned for that. I actually have a chance. So Dawson, here's your award, a fabulous McLaren hat, because he pretends to be a Red Bull fan and he's really a McLaren.
Thank you very much, Nick.
There you go. Here we go. The fabulous Amabe, not sponsored.
Cheers, brother. 24.